Professor Newman actually didn't start her career in criminal justice at all. She came to law school as a second career and then was an academic dean and was involved in legal writing, and then saw a need in innocence work and was approached by several students who knew that Professor Newman wouldn't say no to them if they brought something that needed doing to her.
I first met Professor Newman when I was a law student and joined the wrongful convictions clinic. I was the only second-year student in the class, but was determined to get involved in that type of work and never really realized that it would be something that I would grow to be really passionate about. Professor Newman was a big reason for me finding my passion. It's the way she taught, it's the way she listened, and it's the way that she inspired.
We talk frequently about the wrongful convictions case that I'm working on with my classmate Katie Claire, and we talk other times about leading the Innocence Project, and we talk other times about different events that are going along in the community. So we talk by email at least every day.
A lot of times the emails we send each other are almost nonsensical, just comments about our dogs or the day or something like that, but a lot of times they're very substantive and about the case, about things that we are thinking, strategies that we're considering, and news that we're sharing. And so it feels like that we're in a lot of contact. Professor Newman is an emoticon user in her emails, and so her emails are always something that, I look forward to opening when I get them.
I think it's been the single most important experience in law school. It's brought a lot of clarity to the kind of person I want to be and the kind of things that I think are important. That second year, we went to visit one of our clients twice a month in Orange County Correctional, and it really gives you an idea of the kind of things that are important.
Professor Newman and I drove to a prison to see our client, and it was a minimum security prison, but you wouldn't know it if you go there. We went in, went through a bunch of crazy security mishaps that probably shouldn't have happened, and when it was time to meet with our client, Lamont Armstrong, who is the person nominating Professor Newman, we were told to sit in the cafeteria area, and in that particular area there were a couple of not so nice chairs and then one nice chair. So Professor Newman said, let's reserve that for Lamont. Of course I said yes, definitely. Lamont comes in and we tell him to sit down in the nice chair. We sit in the other two chairs when we start talking, and a guard comes over and says, excuse me, he can't sit there because he's in orange jumpsuit, or something to that effect, something really rude and ridiculous. And Professor Newman, I got angry, but I'm a little bit more volatile, but Professor Newman calmly said, okay, and took away the nice chair and just kind of put it off to the side and got one of the other plain chairs, and the three of us sat there because in her mind, the three of us were equal, Lamont, myself, and her. It doesn't matter that he was in an orange jumpsuit and we were not. There was no reason for that guard to act like that. And so that one action of hers to just take away the nice chair and have the three of us sit on the regular chairs, I think that sent a really clear message to the guard, and also to me, that Professor Newman treats her clients, her students, and everyone as equals.
The fact that she can rub off on me even a little bit has just made me a better person, and I can't imagine what school would be like without having someone like her that's just such a huge support network for me.
She's really a thought partner in figuring out what kind of lawyers we want to be, as well as what kind of people we want to be. So she's been there for us, all of us, when we've gone through hard things. She's been there for us when we've gone through happy things, and she knows a lot about the day-to-day parts of our lives that I imagine most of our friends might not even know.
But as I've gotten to know Professor Newman more and more over the years, we find ourselves talking more about her dog and about her children and my personal life, and she's just such an easy person to get along with that I now consider her a friend as well as a professor and a mentor.
Everyone in our lives asks us things like, how's Professor Newman doing? And my mom mentioned her in emails and once wrote a song about her. And so, the impact that she's had on us has been noticed by everyone else who is in our lives, and they ask about her as if she's a family member.
I think what really makes Teresa Newman a hero is that she's dedicated herself to resolving a problem that's so easily ignored by so many people. I think innocent people in America's prisons are so far out of sight and out of mind that oftentimes their hopes for relief often fall on nothing more than deaf ears. But Teresa gives these people a lot of hope that someday they may be able to enjoy the freedom that was so wrongfully taken from them. We take so seriously in this country the values of liberty and justice, and Teresa has made it her life's work towards restoring that for people who have had it so cruelly taken away from them.